What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons. And today, I guess we'll count this towards the Who Will Win series, but this is mostly a question slash hypothetical. I think we all ask ourselves as comic fans every once in a while, which is, if Superman really went against the Justice League, if for whatever reason Superman decided he was sick of the League and they clashed, could he take the rest of the League down, or would they be able to stop him? Now, if you like spicy topics like this, make sure to smash the like button. Let's try to get this video to 300 likes. That would be amazing, and I'll do similar battle slash what ifs if this gets some love, as well as subscribe if you haven't already. We're on the road to 20K, and it would be amazing to hit that before the year ends. Also, make sure to check out my second channel, Coffee Shop Comics, where I also have amazing content. And if you want to support the channel, check out the Discord and check out all the links in the description down below on how you can purchase content material and support the channel. But anyways, getting back to this, let's talk about this hypothetical. Now, for the stand-in of Justice League, what would that roster be in this instance? Well, the Justice League we'll be considering is what we would call a standard roster. This standard Justice League roster includes Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Hal Jordan Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman. Okay, so you got your your standard 6 League members. Would they be able to take down Superman? Now, the scenario we'll likely go with in this instance is that for whatever reason, Superman has turned on the League. They're either viewed as a threat to everything else, maybe his family is being threatened, maybe they're trying to kill him, but for whatever reason, the two have turned on each other. And I kind of want to get into the different win cons for both sides, how the situation would likely go down, and overall why it's a really fun and interesting topic, regardless of how you feel about it. And make sure to let me know your opinion in the comment section down below. Let's see if we can get some pretty cool conversations going about this. But I'm going to list my... Sorry if my voice sounded weird there. Been getting over getting sick. I'm going to list my threat levels for each League member in terms of how Superman would probably view them. And I am curious to hear what you guys think of this, but I'm kind of going to go through the threat levels for each member in terms of who I think he'd consider the biggest threats first and why that matters. So, biggest threat to him, probably in the mind of Superman's Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is about as consistent as it gets out of all the League members. She's constantly at or near Superman's physical prowess slash level. And this would allow her to compete with Superman, run up on Clark if they have any beefs or problems. She's skilled enough and has enough stats to be a threat to him and hold it down. So I definitely think with her power set, her stats, and most importantly, her skill and experience, Wonder Woman is likely the biggest threat to the mind of Superman. Second biggest threat, probably Batman. Now, yes, Batman in base, absolutely susceptible to getting dog walked. But if you give Batman even a few minutes to gather himself, go and retrieve some tech from the Batcave, he's capable of being a dire threat to the likes of Superman. For example, if he went and got the Hellbat armor or something of that caliber, he could easily be a player in this battle. And overall, his intellect and technological capability, as well as what he can do if he gets a little time to prep, I definitely think that puts Batman up there as a threat in the mind of Superman. Next on the threat levels would probably be Martian Manhunter. Now, this is a character I think a lot of people vary on in terms of their belief in him as a fighter, but on paper, Martian Manhunter has plenty of things that could be impactful towards Superman. For example, relative stats. I mean, he has fantastic speed feats, strength feats, regen feats, durability feats. He has several different hacks, energy beams, frost breath, the likes of insane telepathy, where he's even been shown to mind hacks archetypal gods and fifth dimensional imps. Martian Manhunter has plenty of hacks and abilities that he brings to the table that would be dangerous to Superman, and I think as a result, this would have the attention of Superman. I definitely think Superman would view him as one of the higher ups on the threat list out of everyone in the league. Now, next, I would say this would be Flash. Now, Flash is a character that's probably going to be controversial among those talking about this topic, because you either think Flash, when he absolutely turns it up, is way faster than Superman. That's been shown once, but on several other occasions, Superman, shown going all out and to extreme degrees, has just as crazy of speed feats, if not better than Flash. What makes Flash most dangerous, the Infinite Mass Punch probably can do a little bit of damage, but Speed Force, BFR, and whatnot could be a big factor in annoying Superman. He could create distance, allow perhaps by throwing him in the Speed Force, Manhunter to mind hacks him and whatnot. Certain things like that make Flash dangerous and warrant him getting the next spot on the threat list. After that, in terms of Superman's belief in their threat ability, I would say it's probably Green Lantern. Now, Green Lantern is someone, again, on paper, brings a lot to the table, energy constructs, hypothetically through willpower, infinite energy. I mean, he's someone that's very capable on the team. However, we have seen time and time again that in the presence of Superman, Green Lanterns usually aren't anything crazy. A lot of their power depends on will and determination. Superman has more of that in his pinky than anyone else in the universe. So, Superman's not the best matchup for Green Lantern, but I could definitely see with his versatility through the constructs, Lantern providing some sort of security to the team. Now, lastly on the threat list is Aquaman. Now, this doesn't mean Aquaman is not a threat. Aquaman does bring some stuff to the table that makes him dangerous. For example, over the years, he has been able to keep up with other high-tier members of the Justice League. His weaponry, for example, his trident, is able to harm characters like Darkseid, which we've seen in the likes of the New 52. He has low-grade telepathy, pretty good stats, and overall his experience as the King of Atlantis, as well as his many battles and his experience with Superman, would potentially make him dangerous in this battle. So, with this kind of standard roster reviewed, their threat levels kind of gauged, at least in my opinion, this would be how Superman perceives them as threats. What would happen if these two sides were to clash? So, there's a few things I think need to be addressed in terms of this battle. We'll kind of go through where I think certain ideas would play out. Now, for one, I think a key battle to kind of reference, if you want to know how I kind of view this going, would be like the event with Dark Supergirl in Post-Crisis. Now, in this event, Dark Supergirl, or a dark persona of Supergirl, kind of got out and said, fuck the Justice League, started running around, boloing them. Now, this is how it went. Dark Supergirl no-diffed Flash, no-diffed John Stewart's Green Lantern, and then was going to kill Martian Manhunter. Then went on to kind of stalemate with Wonder Woman while implying she could go beyond Wonder Woman if she did choose to. And then stalemating with Superman, who said he just had more actualized power than Supergirl did. In this case, majority of the league got fucked up by Dark Supergirl. Dark Supergirl was not on the level of like motivated, even-keeled Superman. This wouldn't be taking into consideration bloodlusted or pissed off, absolutely going all out Superman. That's a different beast entirely. And I already think base or even-killed Superman was a different beast than Dark Supergirl, who basically soloed the League. I think he would hunt them down in devastating fashion. I actually think the first one to go out would be Batman. I think that's the one he addresses. He just can't give Batman any time to make a play for the League. As a result, I definitely see Superman blitzing Batman, getting him out of there early. He doesn't have time for the plot armor or the fucking prep cheese, okay? He's got to get Batman out of there. I definitely see Batman actually, despite being so high up on the threat list, getting taken out pretty early. Now, these other ones, he's probably going to try to break the will of Flash early, trick him with his speed, maybe try to get him into a speed battle and then trick him into making a mistake, breaking his legs, something devastating, similar to how Supergirl did him. I don't see Green Lantern being much of a help here. He might be trying to cheap shot and whatnot, but I see Superman taking him out, as well as he would be constantly going at Manhunter using his I-beams constantly and wearing him out, potentially burning him to a crisp. And then the big fight, yes, obviously, I do think he would take out Aquaman. Aquaman is potentially dangerous with that trident, but I don't think it lands on Superman. I think Superman could take him out. Now, the big one here, the big battle for Superman is going to be Wonder Woman. I do think Wonder Woman's the trickiest part of this equation. Wonder Woman being someone that is skilled enough to withstand even a bloodlusted Superman for a bit, in my opinion. However, I do think he would overwhelm her eventually, and I do think he'd be able to outstat her and just put her down that way. But I think what's most interesting about this is, like, the threat levels don't necessarily mean they'll last the longest, or they actually would end up the biggest threat. For example, the fact that he'd probably address and take out Batman first, it reduces the chance of him actually doing anything in a fight. And then on the other side of things, like Martian Manhunter, even though he wasn't ranked the top threat, if he actually decided to get into his telepathic bag, that's a very valid threat to Superman. However, I do know and want to point out that Superman has negated mind hacks and telepathic attacks that have even put down Manhunter before. And he definitely has the willpower to do so, especially if pissed off. So I think he takes down Manhunter too. In the end, I actually see Superman being able to pull off taking down the team. It would not be easy. There are a few win cons that have to be considered for the Justice League. But in the end, I favored a bloodlusted Superman getting the job done. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section down below. How you think each matchup would go, how things would work out. Let me know the details. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.